What's going on, traders? Happy Friday. Want to do a recap of the S&P 500, February 24th. Hope everybody had a great trading week and a good Friday. A lot of volatility, huge ranges. Had a lot of fun this week trading personally. And I hope that these videos have been helping you guys out as far as some of the levels, things I'm watching. And yeah, if you're enjoying the content, please give a like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, so I wanted to go over here the weekly candle close. 3 weeks in a row. Whoops. 3 weeks. Let me zoom in here. 3 weeks in a row of us selling off here. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and the big push today with PCE data. Markets did not like it, selling off sharply. And you know, something that I wanted to point out, which I think is pretty interesting, we are actually coming right into the same area that we were 2 years ago, right about this time. You can see in February and March back in 2021, we are right there. Oops, why did I? Sorry. We are right here again. So you can see here, back here, February and March, and price is down here again. So we've gone kind of full circle, mostly like halfway, I guess. But that's definitely something that's interesting and something that should be noted. This top of this breakout here, as we're coming to this area, certainly interesting spot. You know, weekly Momo is starting to curl down a little bit. Didn't fully get into that overbought area here, but of course we were looking at that on the daily, and that's when we started raising the alarm bells that we could see some type of a pullback take place in the markets. One thing, of course, I also wanted to mention that I'm seeing here on the weekly can make a case for a bit of a W pattern. Okay, and usually that's a bullish pattern. You know, of course, we closed still under, you know, under 400, and certainly, yes, a lot of macro reasons to be bearish, but we're just calling the price action as we see it. Take everything I say, of course, with a grain of salt. But wanted to point out here, you know, 1, 2, 3, little W starting to form, and you could even make a case of kind of a sloppy, you know, inverted head and shoulders. You know, here being a shoulder, shoulder, and a head. So want to watch out for that. Of course, it can still break down. You know, those patterns, of course, can be invalidated, but just wanted to kind of throw that out there as well. All right, so let's come in and look at the daily here. The flag has given up again. So we were way out, and I'm going to extend this trend line. But yeah, this flag obviously broken under. And let me just kind of extend this out because we want to see, of course, if price comes and back tests this part of the flag, you know, is something that you could potentially look for as a potential short trade if this comes in, back tests, and then heads back lower. Or if we recapture, expect some decent moves up, nice little, well, technically downtrend, counter trend rally, and you know that those counter trend rallies, when we're in a downtrend, the rallies can be very strong to the upside. Of course, it doesn't mean that they are over, that it means that the bear thesis is over, but you know, it's just something to watch out for. So today also, you know, we've been looking at the 10-year TNX coming back up with the hot PCE data. You know, we said here this could still potentially be a flag, and you know, with that data we pop right back in. Kind of now we're sitting again in this type of flag formation. So want to watch that as well as it develops. And let me just kind of push this down a little bit. So we'll want to watch how this plays through this area here, that 39. And really these lows, you know, bulls want to see this come down and sell off some. The dollar as well. Whoops. The dollar as well. We were watching. I posted this to my Twitter. Was watching this channel here, and yesterday we had sold off a bit. Came right into the trend. think when I posted it, we were somewhere in this area, maybe here. Either way, with the data come out, of course, we saw a huge rally now breaking over the downtrend. And I was talking about on Twitter, I don't think I mentioned it here, but we had, oh, I did mention it in one of the videos. Yes, when we looked at the weekly, what did I said that look for that dollar to come in and test the 104.83, I believe, and now we're certainly way over that. And so we didn't want to see that, at least from the bull case perspective, because now we are over and closing over the 20 EMA here. But, I will say this is pretty steep, and, that can still give us maybe some type of a pullback, but this is the dollar certainly taking center stage with rates again, so we got to make sure we keep an eye on that. All right, so let's get back into SPY here. Wanted to go over today's price action really quickly. Took about, I think, let me see how many trades. I think I took 2 options trades, 2 futures trades, and I lost one of them on both sides, and I won the other one. So I believe I took a call and went long. Oh no, I wasn't trading here. Where did I take it? Okay, well, I'll get into it here. All right, so what we were looking at, we had again this really, here you can see when the data came out at 8:30. Look at this push down, a little dead cat bounce. Then we opened up, came right into this area of pain here, this little gap, rejected sharply. So if you caught this opening move, I did not. I still had a late start to the day. But then the same situation was happening as yesterday and a lot of the days this week, where they could not push price down. They kept soaking the bids here and couldn't push price down. You can see they tried, couldn't, got a new low day, bought up quickly. So I was watching this, and we were talking about that on the daily chart. We're talking about that accumulation and distribution. I showed you that not in last video, I think the one before it. I have been talking about it on my Twitter a bit as well. You can follow me if you don't already at _SharkTrader. But this is also, what we saw is also a miniature version of that accumulation and distribution today. And all these kind of market cycles and things like this, or price action cycles, happen on the smaller time frames as well as the larger ones, just like patterns. So they're all fractals of fractals of fractals. So it doesn't change the way the market mechanics work. So yeah, basically, when I saw this happening, I didn't take hold of this rally here. But I think I got long when we came in around here, around 12:30. Yeah, as we came in back to test these pre-market lows, I believe is when I had gotten long, and we sold off, and then I got stopped out. I held. I'm gonna have to double check on the calls now. I'm forgetting if I just did one calls play, yeah, I did just do one. It was 2 MES trades, but I'll have to look back. Either way, it doesn't matter. In any case, we came back down. I got stopped out of my MES long once we broke that pre-market low, but then I got back in here, just using price action. Kind of up, down, using a wave. This was a lower, a higher low. So I was looking at that. I got back in here right around 1, I believe. I can't remember the price I got in. I'll have to go look at it. But either way, got in around here, and we started scaling out a bit here. Then we made another higher low and got the rest out as we came up. Once we were up in this area, I was on my runners, and I'll show you guys why. Besides the fact that we were Friday, and I was hoping that this flag would play out, but also I'll show you this. I'll show you on the bearish order box liquidity why also I was getting really cautious up here and was out most of my longs at this point. But here you can see, back to going into the Wyckoff stuff, here you can see this is, price getting accumulated, making the run. And here we're getting the distribution. You can see how, again, it tries to push up, couldn't push up, tries to push up, couldn't push up, try. Here, one final try, couldn't push, and made couldn't even get close to this 3 o'clock push, 3 o'clock high, and came in lower, and then came down and sold off a bit. Now here, they did a little grab. They knew that people's stops were probably in this area, because they were the highs here, and the highs from this 10 o'clock candle. So they did the little fake out, grabbed at the last minute, and then that last 10-minute algo gave us a nice little push. I had gotten out. I didn't exit my MES when we came down here, but I did get out the last little bit of my calls, and I got out the last little bit of my my futures right here. Pulled in about it was about 85 points in total on the short week for futures on the day. I had one loss that was a 6.5 point loss, and then my win was 17.25 point gain on the long from this entry, giving me a net total of 10.75 points gain on that one. And I think the calls got about 30 something, 36%, and my loss was about 9% on the calls. So I think I did take the trades. I just can't remember the 9% loss where exactly I got in. It might have been over here. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah. So basically, nice little stair step, a little wave here. High, like I said, higher, lower, higher, low, and these could have been entry points as well. Just wanted to show you guys as well on the liquidity here. Find it. Okay. Here we go. And here you can see that we came right into this area and we couldn't push over. And this was, we'll go back so you can see where it was formed from. This was the lows from, this was a big area from 2 days ago, or from yesterday, excuse me. So you can see how that lined up. In this case, bearish, but before, like on this retest after they broke over, it was bullish. So that's kind of what was going on here. I was hoping for the end of day Friday push. Thought maybe we would get the top of this, but they just didn't have it in the cards for us. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I did today. As far as tomorrow is concerned, really, not tomorrow, excuse me, Monday is concerned, I don't think we have too much in the way of data, so that is good. But we're going to look to see. It's all going to depend if we can't get over this zone here. So look for pushes again, that 397.50. That's really what I was targeting today for a back test. Again, that level, I've mentioned it all week, so you should be well aware of it. So let's look to see, if bulls can get over that 397.50 area. Obviously, we still have a bit of an issue here as far as these sellers are concerned, but getting over that, then I'll probably look to see if we can't make a move back to that 400 area. I'm not sure, of course, but we'll have to see. We do have the bear flag here that you can, I don't know if this is an error or not, but you can see already that another potentiality is that we just come in, like I was saying earlier on the daily, back test this, back test the bear flag, the bottom of that trend. I'll have to extend this and see exactly, where it lines up. But any of that can be a potential, short. But if we break over and recapture, I think, again, we could potentially get back to that 400 or retest this area of liquidity. So that is very possible as well. under 394.20, I'd be looking at that. It's more of a bearish sign. Let me just look really quickly on my notes. Sorry. When I gave out those bearish targets under 400 to 397.50, then 395.50. I do like here how we closed, and I want to actually just double check really quick if the VOPC changed on the daily, that 395. Okay, no, so it's still the same, 395.50 for the VOPC. And here, at least on the daily, this is a good view to see. I mean, we do have tons of bullish liquidity here. Now, I don't know, how far that's going to push up, but it seems that, they've got a pretty nice wall of protection. That 390 is going to be a big level for me as far as how bullish or bearish I am. Still in that slightly bearish mode right now, since we are under 400, but 390 is really going to be, when we get under that, I will switch to a bit more confident in the bearish play. But let's watch this whole zone to play. Probably the bottom of it here, 390, 389, 97. I'll call it 95 because I like working on those zeros and fives. So for those bear levels, like I mentioned, under that 395.50, that's going to be the VOPC break. Then we got to look for that 394.20, 392.50. And then probably see that 390. That would be the big test. Really quickly for the bulls, of course, we want to see back over that 397.50 and 398, and that could potentially give us the push, especially if we get over this 398.50, give us that push back to 400, targeting for up here in this general area. But we'll have to see. VIX ending up, it wasn't even up that much today, only about 2%. Final print there was 21.67. So we'll keep an eye. A lot of things developing. We gotta watch. The 10-year. Gotta watch the dollar. So but a lot of volatility. Like I said, a lot of ranges to trade. You can see, just nice range, nice reversal up. Bears paid down again. Bears paid down. Bulls paid up. And here more of that same. So, it is a little, I guess, like, I'm sure it seems a bit bipolar, but, making sure you have a plan and having your levels, being pre-prepared before, gives you that opportunity to be able to react appropriately. All right, guys. So I hope everybody, again, has a great weekend. If you follow me on Twitter, you have any questions, you can shoot me a DM. Any questions or comments, again, you can put them on YouTube if you don't follow me on there, or if you don't follow me on Twitter. I would love to read what you think. So have a great weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.